Did you leave the house at all for the rest of Wednesday?
No, I'm a recluse. I'm scared of people.
Okay. And then today, tell me about your day today.
I've been trying to find Natalie all day.
The following is the complete unedited interrogation of Shawn Schwartz during the investigation into the disappearance of 19-year-old Natalie Bollinger. Days before she went missing, she had taken out a restraining order against him.
I definitely want to take a look at that, and I want to apologize if anybody else has treated you poorly. The next question I have for you is, and you said you're bad with times, and I don't want to get into specific times, but Wednesday, let's start with Wednesday. Take me through your day Wednesday, and again, I'm not going to get into times, but like morning, afternoon, stuff like that. How did your day on Wednesday go?
It was mostly me hanging out with Kayla and trying to get her to talk to me. And, well, I think she said I got there Monday or Tuesday.
Where's that?
At that place on, I don't know her address. I'm sure they have their address they can give you. The other two people that, well, three of them, I guess, Kayla and Raja and Kayla's mom.
Okay, so on Wednesday morning, did you wake up at their place?
Yeah.
Okay. And what did you do during the day?
I messed around on my computer and tried to get people to come talk to me and help me.
Okay. Did you leave the house at all that day?
I did. I went to I don't know, Raja said that he thinks his dad's the one that went to the store, but I'm pretty sure I went and got a caramello or two, and maybe some of them coffees or whatever. I called the guys earlier, officer, I had his card, Hilliard, is that right?
I believe so, yeah.
And him and another lady came down and talked to me. So what I was thinking is the computer, it's got some of the people who had threatened me. Some of them, the threats aren't actually like Tim Beeson. He, I guess, deleted me or erased it, but he's one of the people who was threatening to kill me, and he is her ex.
Okay. And before we go into the emails, is it okay if we stick with Wednesday for just a little bit? And we'll
Oh, yes, I'm
Let's
sorry.
do that. It's okay, brother. So Wednesday, because I just got to get down the last couple of days. So Wednesday, you wake up, you're at the apartment with Kayla and all them, and you think you go to the store to get some candies and coffee?
The little corner store is on Harmony, I think. Not Harmony. Well, it's like a 2-block walk from their house.
Okay. Do you know the name of the store?
Circle K, Shell Station.
Okay. So you go there, you get that. Do you return to the home after that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you leave the house at all for the rest of Wednesday?
No, I'm a recluse. I'm scared shitless of people. You guys, not you in specific,
Sure.
but people scare the shit out of me.
Okay. So then you go to sleep at the apartment that night? Wake up Thursday morning at the apartment? Okay. Let's talk about Thursday. What goes on Thursday?
The same thing. Like I really didn't go anywhere.
Stayed at the apartment all day?
Yeah.
Okay. And then go to sleep that night at the apartment? Okay.
Well, kind of, sort of. I have panic attacks. I see Natalie die in a car accident every night. So I wake up and puke. It's difficult to get sleep. And I can force feed myself a whole bunch of coffee to make me go to sleep. But then I'm stuck in a recurring dream from when I was a kid trying to kick my way out.
And I'm sorry you have to go through that. So
the Thursday, I really haven't gone anywhere. Unless somebody shows me, I don't know how to do it. I had to get help with the bus schedule to go get the papers served to me, and I haven't even been able to read those because I had a non-stop panic attack over it. So I've been trying to get somebody to come help me with that as far as legal paperwork goes. So that's what I was hoping Kaylee could help me with, but then Natalie disappeared, and it's just been a non-stop panic attack since then.
Okay. Well, let me talk a little bit more about Thursday, just in terms of where you were at. Were you at the apartment, you know, whether you had insomnia or whether you were doing something all day Thursday?
I was there all day.
Okay. So
I haven't left there except to go to the corner store to get stuff.
on Wednesday.
I don't know what days, but everything there might have been a purchase or two I made with cash, but I'm pretty sure all my purchases were made on my debit card.
Okay. And then today, tell me about your day today.
I've been trying to find Natalie all day. Until after I went and talked to those officers at Circle K, and then the whole mood in the house changed to, Shawn, what happened? We gotta try to keep you safe and make sure nothing bad happens to you, and blah, blah, blah. And really, I want to go back to helping to find Natalie, so
Yep. And that's our certificate.
that's what I've been doing.
So tell me about, like, where you went
Her
today.
sister did call me today, but I went to the Circle K to meet with that officer, Hilliard or whatever,
Okay.
and then I went over there again to talk to you guys just when you picked me up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think I went in this morning and got a couple of talking rings.
So would you say for the last 3 days, today, Thursday, Wednesday, you've either been at the apartment, at the Circle K,
Or at the apartment.
yeah, or here?
Well, yeah.
Okay. So those are the only 3 places you've been the last 3 days?
Yeah.
Okay. And real quick.
I was told my phone, you guys could take the number off of it and see what's from the phone company I work for that at least that my phone has been. So I got my phone number. You guys are free to do that too.
Cool.
There was an issue there with, they thought that I was trying to scare them or something like that. I had a panic attack for about 5 days because I don't do well without a safety network. So before I left here, my friend Mahalia, I got her on there so you can get a hold of her. And a bunch of other people, Andrew Witcher and Amy Witcher were trying to help me too. And then Maddie Boa, I was trying to get her to come with me. But that didn't end up happening. And on the way back, like I really, Virginia sucked and everything got taken the wrong way, and I couldn't, my phone wasn't working right. It sucked so bad, like, because I was arguing with people, and when I typed stuff, it came out so wrong, like, because the people I was arguing with were being racist assholes. So that on my new phone that I got from it was Natalie's old phone. It was cracked all over the place, and I'd had a smartphone before that, but I hardly used it for anything other than texting or video games. So this one I don't know how to do the texting thing, so when I was trying to text her, it wasn't working. So like it kept on texting stuff that I was sending other people, and it was taken wrong. And she said that she'd talk to me if she took stuff wrong like that. That was all the way back in Boulder when I told her I have ADHD and Tourette syndrome and all this other stuff. And like as long as I'm talking one-on-one, it's not a problem. But if I'm having a panic attack, it doesn't work, and the words don't come out properly. And one word might be missing or another one might, and as a result it comes out wrong. That's why I try to talk one-on-one instead of in a group of 2 or 3. So I went back to Boulder, and I hadn't actually left Virginia. What happened is that when I was in Virginia, she was going to talk to me, and she hadn't been able to, and she hadn't talked to me, and then we were going to hang out, just me and her, but it hadn't actually happened. And the first time I had hung out on Virginia Beach with her and her sister, and then the second time I'd hung out with her and her sister at the pagoda, and then the third time was her and her sister on my birthday. And on my birthday I was in the sun all day. It really sucked. So I was out of cash and out of money, and I was freaking out because everybody in my social, my safety network, like Haley had gone to Boulder on an airplane, and Andrew and Amy's mom, she wasn't getting back to him about a job like she was gonna, and Miss Lacey had recommended, she said I could stay behind the cricket store there, and that her boyfriend worked over at the Starbucks next door, so I was staying at the Starbucks there. But the whole thing is that after I left Virginia, I didn't even make it out of Virginia before people were calling me up and threatening me and calling me child molester and stuff like that. I'm like, no, I grew up with that shit. That's not me. That's not ever. And I was like, you know what, here's the thing, call Natalie and ask her. And I tried to get a hold of Miss Maddie at first, and then she was definitely angry at me and calling me a creeper and stuff and saying I deserved it. And I was like, no, I don't deserve this. So I let them know after, like, I made a Facebook account to get rid of my Facebook account, and it didn't work. And I kept on having people sending me threatening emails and trying to pretend to be my friend on Facebook, and I asked them where they're from, and then they threaten me and then delete me and whatnot. So I was really trying to get a hold of her to try to help with that. Like, seriously, just tell them, like, when that stigmatism's there and people think you might possibly do that stuff, it doesn't matter that you didn't. It matters that they think you could. And then people are punishing you nonstop. So, like, the places that I had some safety and security in, I can't even go because I have people threatening me. Like, so every time this happens, I'm like, you know, I just want it to stop. I probably deleted 30 people threatening me before I saved the 2 that I have on there. But I have the letter that, you know, because people were treating me like a rapist and a child molester, and this whole year I've been having a non-stop panic attack about it. Like, this is not fake stuff that people are doing to me. People are actually doing this stuff to me. Please make it stop. And I tried to go to the hospital, and I tried to get the cops to listen, and they're like, no, we're just going to take you to the hospital. And at the hospital, they're like, no, you just need to take medications. And I'm like, it's not medications that I need. I need somebody who is willing to listen to me, because literally people are assaulting me like I did something that I didn't do, and they just won't stop. And, like, the cops didn't even take a report. The ones in Chapel didn't even take a report. So instead, they drove me to the hospital in Sydney, and the ones there in Virginia, like, they weren't honest either. They drove me to the hospital and dropped me off and refused to take a report. But even then, like, I wasn't needing them to take a report. I was just dehydrated, and I, you know, was having a panic attack for 5 days. So, like, by the time that I went to the hospital, like, I literally hadn't slept for 5 days, and I was trying to explain that from the get-go. Like, when people take things wrong, I get punished, and then they don't even see it as punishment because they're not autistic. So I try to explain it to them, and then they say stuff like, you're not autistic. And so, like, I told her, hey, you got 24 hours. In 24 hours, like, I've been trying to get a lawyer. I've been trying to get someone on my side to defend me from this. I have nobody. Nobody will listen to me. If I'm going to get treated like a child molester and a rapist, then I'm going to expose the people who actually did that. So she threatened me, and I got threats from a few more people, and I went, you know what? With all these accumulated threats and stuff. Like, I am really sick and tired of all these threats. Please help me make it stop. And I tried to offer to go to the police like 5 or 6 times. Like, I've gone to you guys trying to get this done, but you haven't done anything. So now, like, the only thing that I got going on was that you guys are sitting here with me in a room and
Some consent forms for you.
Yes, sir.
And just to make sure I'm doing my job properly, let's go the day after Christmas, which is Tuesday. Are you at the apartment all day, or the Circle K, one of those 2 places that whole day?
I'm not sure where I was. The day after Christmas would be... No, I was in transit the day after Christmas.
You were.
In transit. I think it was the day after Christmas, because I didn't spend Christmas with Kayla. I spent Christmas with Ken and Leah in South Boulder, or in South Denver. Let me get you their information. I actually was having a problem there with communication. Matter of fact, that was the day after Christmas is actually the day that I went to Miss Kayla's, I believe. I'm fairly certain about that. Alright. What was I looking for again?
You were looking for the phone numbers of the folks in South, you said either South Boulder or South Denver,
Yeah.
which is where you spent Christmas?
Yes, sir. Like, yeah, literally since I got that, somebody called me, well, an officer called me, I think it was Officer Hilliard, I don't know, called me 2 days ago to ask about it, and I've been trying to find her ever since. Let's see. Alright.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to take one quick pause here, and I'm going to ask Jai a question. Jai, did you have any questions you'd like to ask about the last 4 days?
No, just, do you talk to Natalie on a regular basis, or has she talked to you the last couple of days?
I wish, dude, if she talked to me in the last couple of days, she'd be with her family already. There's, on my phone here, there's, Miss Kayla and them think this is probably the guy who served me papers, because I had thought she was in Virginia. I didn't even know she was here. So, the whole, her being here, I didn't even know until just when I talked to the officers who met me at the Shell station.
And is that 120th and Huron that you're talking about, the Shell station?
I think so, yeah.
Up there by the big satellite building, is just kind of about a block away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, this is the letter that I got from her. There's nothing before this. This is just, you want me to read it out loud?
Would you mind if I just saw it? Is that okay?
Oh, absolutely. You can scroll down too. That was for the day that she wanted me to go see her to get served the papers. She's been trying to serve me the papers for a while. I've been trying to get to the cop shop to get served papers because I've been traveling around a bunch, and really they told me that before they can help me legally that I need to get served papers. And since people are assaulting me and all this, that, and the other over a public opinion issue, you know, I needed to get it resolved. And as a result, like, I really need you guys to find Natalie.
And that's what we're trying. So, the papers you're talking about being served, are those the ones that you got when you were up in Boulder?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I haven't, because I'm supposed to have a legal representative, like even here right now I'm supposed to, because just in case the words don't come out right. But I don't have the money for one, and I really don't care about that. I care about getting Natalie, so go get Natalie. You know, I mean, I right now I feel like First of all, it's understandable why you're here and visiting me. Also, it's really... I just wish you didn't have to waste your time on me. Like, you need to go find the people who have her, or go find the lodge where she's camping, or go find her.
And we're only looking to you for help. That's why we're here, so we don't think you're a waste because you know her.
Thank goodness.
Let's go into, I'm going to have Detective Rogers just look at that just so he knows what we're doing. When you do leave the house and things, do you always carry your cell phone with you at all times? Okay. I was thinking about Joseph.
Who?
Do you know a Joseph?
Is that one of the dudes that threatened me?
I don't know.
I don't know. I deleted a bunch of them. The two that I have, or maybe three that I have saved on my Gmail, their names are Emily and Riley, but Riley, they actually picked somebody's name off of my Facebook. His name is Riley Johnson, and the email that they sent me I thought was from him. It didn't end up being from him. I got a hold of him, and he was like, no, it wasn't me.
Do you...
Is that my phone?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not sending letters.
No, somebody just sent you a message. I'll get it right back to you.
Do you have a password lock on your phone?
I do.
Okay. Would you mind if I got that from you?
I do, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. It's the Z.
Z?
Z.
Oh, with the dots on it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Do you have a password for your computer?
I do.
Okay. Would you mind telling me what that is?
I do mind telling you what that is because I don't remember it.
Okay.
I know the number to actually get onto the computer, but I really want you guys to take, instead of, really, you're focusing on where I've been the last few days. You know where I've been the last few days. So can we focus on what I've been trying to show you?
Absolutely.
I mean, I've been...
Absolutely.
Literally, this is ruined my entire life and thrown me out in the cold, and it's, again, thrown me out in the cold and put me on edge with my friends. So please, find Natalie. This is enough of me being punished for all of this. I haven't... Oh my God. Like, here's the thing. People should be punished when they do actual shit to human beings, and that's not the case here. Now, how do I turn on the internet?
Well, that's a great question. I might have to get my IT guy. Oh, and I'm sorry, what is your phone number, just in case I had to get a hold of you again?
It's 303. Wait, it's... He's got my phone. I'll have to look at it when he's got it.
Okay.
There's still no internet connection, so this isn't going to work.
I'll get my IT guy to come in here and take a look at it. I'd be lying to you if I told you I was good with computers, my friend.
Well, I need the... Actually, let me click on the bottom. I'm going to be able to find it. The thing is, I've been trying to get people to leave me alone over this for over a year, and now people are definitely not going to leave me alone over this, so you need to go find her. Scared. They're all scared. No, I can't get on the internet to access my Facebook or any of that to show you.
Shawn, we have a guest one. I'm going to try to get a password for you so you can sign on. Okay.
And did you say you were okay with us doing a download of your phone?
Oh, dude, you can have access to all my stuff, dude. I find Natalie.
Okay. That's
like,
the reason
seriously, at this point in time, which you actually, here's the thing. At this point in time, you guys have not bothered to take a look at any of the stuff that I'm trying to tell you, and I am feeling as if my life is in jeopardy, as if you guys are trying to find somebody to peg for something, and this is literally what has been going on for the last year. Alright? Go find Natalie.
You're absolutely right. I'm going to get this thing logged on. You're absolutely right. Let me get an IT.
How about, I'll take the phone to Gigi and I'll get that password, that way you can log on, we'll get it all done at the same time.
Yeah,
And
and do you want to get the consent
Yeah.
form? Okay. We're going to get the consent form. He's going to get Detective Gruenberg to get that logged on. I apologize.
No, you're good. Just go find it.
Yep.
What do you have to sit here all night long and like anything I can do to help? Just
What kind of phone is that, John? Okay, so I'm going to read this out loud to you. It's something I have to read to everybody. Even though you're just helping us, I have to read it to you. Consent to search and seize. I know I have the right to refuse to let deputies search property that I own or control unless they have a search warrant. I know that if deputies find anything during the search that they believe is evidence of a crime or evidence which would later be used in a criminal prosecution, they will take/seize it. With that in mind, I knowingly and voluntarily give deputies of the Adams County Sheriff's Office my permission to search, and I wrote down my ZTE cellular phone black in color.
actually no, I can't now.
Okay, you don't want to give consent for that?
You didn't tell me that you were going to try to prosecute me for a crime. I know that I've committed crimes. It's the crime that you guys are trying to peg on me that I am against. I need legal representation at this point, alright? If that's what you're going to do, I need legal representation. Stop looking for me to take the blame and go find Natalie.
Okay. You know what? That's a fair statement. So what I want to tell you is I have to read this form to everybody. So even if I can tell you I'm not looking at you as a suspect, I have to read this to everyone. When I talk to Natalie, if I talk to a friend of hers back in Virginia and I want their cell phone, I have to read this form to them. But if you're not feeling comfortable with it because of the way it's written, I don't want to push anything. And I still want to talk to you, but I don't want to push anything and make you uncomfortable.
Well, I can tell you every crime that I've committed on these, and that's just a grand total of me getting a hold of her until I got the restraining order, and then I did not try to contact her again until I found out she was missing.
Right. So do you not want us to download the phone? I'm not looking into the protection.
Sir, I want you to find Natalie. If I have to sign that and every other piece of paper for you to go find her, then I will. But at the same time, just know that I am under duress and I am scared shitless that my friend is out there not being found because you guys are using your resources here. Now, help me get this thing turned on so I can show
Sure.
you.
I got Detective Gruenberger coming over. Let me see where he's at. Are you not getting it right now? I thought you had it.
Internet? No, I'm
Pulling up
not.
Google right now.
No, this is a saved stream. Like this right here, see, that's my internet, not connected.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought when you had Google up, we were good to go. My apologies. Let me get back. Excuse me. Let me find Detective Gruenberger. Do you need any water?
I need the internet, and I also need, since you need the paperwork done, get what you need to get her, and like
Yeah.
I would love some water.
Let me get you some water.
You'll find my friend.